New contract in the European League crushed the WNBA.
What the NBA became. Even when Jordan was ascending and the league clearly saw that that was the dude and Nike was marketing the living hell out of Michael Jordan. I want to be like Mike. It was still burning that.
$300,000, the highest.
What if the future of the WNBA hangs in the balance of a $100 million offer? Caitlin Clark, the face of women's basketball, is being courted by EuroLeague in a move that could change everything.
To know that the highest paid WNBA player last season made $300,000. $300,000, the highest. But not only to make more than that, you're going to make the most money that any woman has ever made in the
Could the WNBA survive without its brightest star? Caitlin Clark's decision will not just affect her career, it could trigger a massive shift in women's basketball, potentially making the EuroLeague the dominant force in the sport. The question is, will the WNBA rise to the challenge, or will they watch the biggest star in women's basketball slip away?
We've seen her drop 50 on us next weekend, you know? So I love her. I think she's the best player. Forget I ever said Paige is the best player in the country. I think she's the best player of all time. I don't know whoever said that I said that Paige is the best player in the country.
Imagine turning down millions in exchange for a groundbreaking opportunity abroad. The EuroLeague has stepped up with an offer that's simply impossible to ignore: $100 million for Caitlin Clark.
Could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy.
Ronald, the EuroLeague is offering Caitlin Clark an eye-watering $100 million. This is a monumental offer, one that could set a new precedent for female athletes.
People saying that people need to stop hating on Caitlin Clark. Who hates her? Diana Taurasi came out and said, look, it's going to be an adjustment when Caitlin gets to the WNBA. Y'all watch. And that's exactly what's happening. Angel Reese did the ring gesture to Caitlin, and y'all have villainized her ever since. And her and Caitlin literally like each other. They have both come out and said.
Caitlin currently earns $74,000 a year from the Indiana Fever. Meanwhile, her 4-year deal with Nike brings in $28 million. If she accepts the EuroLeague's offer, she'll become the highest-paid female athlete in basketball.
Clark is the first player in WNBA history to lead the league in assists and three-pointers made, and she has now scored the most points by a guard in a single season in WNBA history. As a rookie, also the first person in history to lead the league in assists and being top 10 in points. I don't think y'all understand how difficult that.
She's rewriting the rulebook for women's sports. What makes her such a hot commodity in the world of basketball? Caitlin has risen to prominence through sheer talent, charisma, and an undeniable ability to connect with fans. Her performances have redefined what it means to be a women's basketball player. Her global appeal is unmatched. She has the skill, the personality, and the presence that makes her a superstar both on and off the court.
Just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers. Was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was.
She's not just a player, she's a brand. She's brought eyes to the WNBA like never before. So what happens when the biggest star in women's basketball outgrows the league that made her famous? Caitlin Clark's talents have exceeded the WNBA's grasp, and the EuroLeague is ready to take full advantage. The question is, can the WNBA compete?
Yo! I'm living beyond my means! It's like... No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means. Like y'all think. Babe, if y'all thought... It's like, let me stop.
The WNBA's worst nightmare just became a reality. Caitlin Clark, their shining star, might leave for Europe.
People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we talk about women's basketball. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want
the WNBA's optimism turns to dread as reports of EuroLeague's offer spread. Caitlin Clark is the face of the league, and her potential departure sends shockwaves through the organization. With her, the WNBA found a new lease on life. Attendance soared, TV ratings spiked, and social media buzz exploded.
If you want the number 22 of the national basketball team is free.
Yeah, I have Italian heritage, but I don't know about that, so I appreciate that.
Caitlin is more than a player. She's the key to the WNBA's future. Without her, the league would be left scrambling. There is no clear successor, no player who can fill Caitlyn's shoes. Her exit would create an immense gap in both talent and marketability.
Clark, it seems like this entire season, she was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches, media people, so many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out enough. Her fans were the issue. Fever fans were the...
But the real question isn't just about Caitlyn's departure. It's about what happens next. If she leaves, the WNBA faces not just the loss of a player, but the collapse of its commercial momentum. Can the league survive the blow? Or is this the beginning of a new era in women's basketball? Sponsors are watching closely, and they may start pulling their backing. Media networks are already reevaluating their deals. If Caitlin Clark leaves the WNBA, the financial repercussions could be catastrophic. Major sponsors who have invested in the WNBA, largely due to Caitlin's popularity, might pull out. Without her star power, the league could face a significant loss in corporate backing. TV networks have been showing more women's basketball games because of Caitlin's influence. If she leaves, viewership could drop, making the WNBA less attractive to broadcasters. Caitlin's endorsement deals have boosted the WNBA's financial standing. Losing her means losing major endorsement deals with brands that were betting on her marketability. On Ragrat, if the financial support starts to slip away, the WNBA could be left struggling to survive. Caitlin Clark's departure could mark the beginning of a massive sponsorship crisis. Can the league recover, or will it crumble under the weight of lost opportunities? Losing Puck. The spotlight that Caitlin Clark now enjoys hasn't come without its fair share of resentment. Some of the WNBA's established stars are growing increasingly frustrated by the attention she's receiving. Players like Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson, who have worked tirelessly for years, are now feeling overshadowed by the rapid rise of Caitlin. They have put in the hours and effort to grow the WNBA, but haven't received the same recognition or financial rewards. Angel Reese openly criticizes the WNBA's compensation system, noting that her income barely covers her rent. For players who've sacrificed everything to get to this level, it's hard to watch a newcomer like Caitlin receive millions. The rise of Caitlin Clark creates a divide in the league. Veterans want to be remembered as trailblazers, but Caitlin's meteoric rise threatens to eclipse their legacies. With resentment brewing and salaries still low for many players, the tension within the WNBA is reaching a boiling point. Caitlin Clark's success has become a double-edged sword, and the jealousy from her peers could impact her future choices. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing for the WNBA, she's playing for an entire generation of fans who will follow her wherever she goes. Her influence stretches far beyond the court. Ronors. Caitlin's fan base isn't just casual. These are die-hard followers who have been with her since her college days. They're invested in her success, and they'll watch her wherever she goes. With the rise of streaming platforms and social media, Caitlin's fans can easily follow her from the WNBA to the EuroLeague. Her influence is global, making her more than just a local star. Ronors. It's not just about her skill. Caitlin has connected with fans on a personal level. She's relatable, engaging, and charismatic, making her a true icon in the making. No matter where Caitlin plays, her fans will be there. This isn't just about her legacy in the WNBA, it's about her influence on women's basketball across the globe. Could her departure signal a new era for the sport? The EuroLeague has already made their move. They're offering Caitlin Clark a fortune, and it's not just about the money. This could shift the balance of power in women's basketball forever. The EuroLeague is willing to make an enormous investment in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark is the centerpiece of that vision, and they see her as the key to attracting global viewership. If Caitlin accepts the EuroLeague's offer, it could mark the end of the WNBA as the dominant force in women's basketball. The European League would have the financial backing and star power to rival the WNBA. With deep pockets and a global vision, the EuroLeague could attract more top talent, further weakening the WNBA's position in the global basketball landscape. The EuroLeague isn't just a competitor. They could soon become the dominant player in women's basketball. If Caitlin Clark makes the jump, could we see the WNBA left behind, struggling to compete in a new global market? Caitlin Clark's decision will echo across the world of women's sports. But will she leave the WNBA behind, or will the league find a way to hold on to its brightest star? The ball is now in the WNBA's court. They must act fast to find ways to retain their star both financially and creatively, or risk losing her to Europe. If Caitlin leaves, she won't just be making a financial decision, she'll be shaping the future of women's basketball. Her move could change the landscape of the sport forever. No matter where she plays, one thing is certain: Caitlin Clark is changing the game. And the question we all have to ask ourselves is, what happens when the best female basketball player in the world isn't playing in the WNBA anymore? Caitlin Clark's journey is far from over. Whether she stays in the WNBA or makes the leap to the EuroLeague, she's already done more than most could ever dream. The real question is, who will take her place?